Hi there, welcome back to the channel. This is NX Joy. Thanks for being here today. Today we're doing a part 2 to the last reading I've done on the past life relationships that we've had, and just uncovering why we had that past life with that person, and the lessons we learned and the promises we made and all that. Anyways, this is the part 2, which really deals with the closure of that relationship, because separation is hard, and as of right now we're in like the midst of, well, as I'm filming this, I'm in the midst of Cancer to Leo season, which is, personally, I find it's a lot more of a emotional side of Cancer, as opposed to when I find when it falls earlier in the Cancer season, there's more of like a there's like a distance to the emotions. I find when Leo season comes out, the emotions move from the mind of Gemini to the heart of Leo, and we can get in our feels quite a bit. So this is just for those that need it, those that might just need a few kind words from Spirit, Source Divine, God, goddesses, deities, whatever you work with right now. Yeah, so this reading is just for closure and for you to kind of get peace and stop chasing those waterfalls, those emotional baggages and ties to the past. Okay, that's enough of the intro. Let's do the timestamp pile selection. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. As always, timestamps are listed down below in the description bar. I will see you at your chosen card. Bye. Hey pile 1, if you chose this card, it has healing heartbreak. I would put it more to the camera, but it doesn't show because of the light. Yeah, so as of right now, this card's really indicative of you going through heartbreak and the closure of a relationship. My heart will love again. Yeah, so yeah, if this sounds like you, if you are going through a heartbreak right now, there's not really any more like indications that I can really, like, it's not really a that's not really too general. Like, I guess it is. I guess heartbreak, you can have heartbreak about anything, but like, I guess in regards to a past love especially, or like love in general, this is gonna be more in regards to romantic connections than anything. So if you're going through that right now, then this is confirmation that this is your pile. Yeah. So this person might have just been someone that was kind of like a distraction for you to heal someone else, this past relationship that you're currently healing from yourself. Yeah, so the heartbreak comes from something that was good but ultimately wasn't meant to be. Yeah, so in the back we had my heart will love again, and it feels like there is going to be a greater love for you. I don't know, like, it just doesn't feel like the person you were with and the heartbreak that you're experiencing right now. And not to say it wasn't something amazing and great, and it wasn't one that doesn't deserve your emotions. Obviously, you're going through it because it was something meaningful and something you cared about. But it feels like there are going to be loves after this. And this will be something that you'll fondly look back on and recognize that it wasn't really anyone's fault. It was just incompatibility. It was just not the person that you both weren't the types of people that would bring out the best in each other. And so that is why this heartbreak is happening. It feels like if you further stayed in this relationship, it would have been a lot heavier and it would have just made you resent the person. So getting out when you did was the right call. And I just saw 333. So for both of your well-beings and for your hearts, it just feels like when you got out was the perfect timing too. Okay, I've already have some pre-pulled oracle cards. So for this reading, we just gone through the card for your intuition just to make sure that this is your pile and that we can continue and that this is your collective. But now we're just gonna get some more messages for closure. This one's gonna be for closure. We have a self-care message as well as some therapist messages, and then we're going to do some messages from your person for closure, messages from your higher self, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's start with the closure messages. That's so funny. It's not funny, but like I think it's, yeah. So you have new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins, and the synchronicity with the my heart will love again is just perfect because it is, yeah, that's how it feels. It feels like there's going to be you're going to meet someone quite soon, apparently. So in terms of healing for closure, like, again, don't fret on it too much. Like, don't spill over crying milk. That's like kind of the message I'm getting. And again, it's not to say that you didn't care about them or you didn't love them, or maybe I'm also getting you might feel bad about not grieving the relationship a lot. And if that's you, then this message is don't feel bad. In general, for this type of relationship, for everyone here, is not to feel bad. It's just that's what was meant to happen. And this is the summertime. It really feels like this is time for you to be you, for you to focus on yourself, and for you to focus on your priorities and to enjoy the summer. To like, don't let this ruin your summer. And if you're not watching this in the summertime, because this is also timeless, don't let this ruin whatever season you're in. Don't let this ruin your moment, because something new, something is gonna come in and you don't want to miss it by being all bummed out about it, right? But I feel like you're not going to. Like, I feel like you understand this, and I feel like you know that the heartbreak that you feel from this connection, if you do feel it, is natural and normal, and that it will really flow and fade. And if you don't feel any, you know that the guilt that you have for not is just societal pressure, and that will also flow and fade, because something in your heart knows that that connection wasn't meant to go on, and that there's something that's about to come. Okay, so anyway, let's turn this a little bit more inwards so that you can focus on you. Yeah, so the self-care messages you have is to meditate, And I think that's a wonderful way for you to get back in touch with yourself, with your priorities, like we mentioned earlier. And if you don't want to meditate, like if you're like me, because sometimes I don't want to meditate and I just don't feel like it, my like body's too like restrained, and that's probably the times when I most need it, but like I just can't be bothered to meditate. Then do things that feel de-stressing. Do things that really help you connect back to your core. Do things that really just connect back to yourself and how you feel about yourself, and let yourself have space to grow with your own energy. Now that you're not with this person, you have a lot of time and a lot of space to really like de-tense, de-stress, decompress from all that, and then go inwards and find the gem that is you, and to find things that you love about yourself. Fall in love with you again. Go and do hobbies that you love again. Like, I feel like this is a time where you're gonna get back and do activities that you once enjoyed. I'm seeing swimming, I'm seeing cottage life, I'm seeing fields and friends and picnics and Ferris wheels and beaches and campfires and just everything. So much fun about summer. And like kitchens where we bake with friends and loved ones and have food and celebrate. Like, it's gonna be a summer for you where you don't want to miss the good times that are happening around you, because again, this, you know in your heart that this person wasn't meant for you. So let your heart love again, because there's going to be a new romantic cycle, and like, love will express itself. By passion to each other. So yeah, right now I'm listening to music, so I'm also picking messages from the music itself. But yeah, that's what I have in terms of these closure messages. I want to tune and tap in just from your person, just for anything else that wants to be like expressed, and then we're gonna go into you, anything that you want to express, and then do your therapist cards, and then we're gonna end it. All right, so messages from Palin's person for closure. Messages. Okay, you have the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, and that's a really heavy 10 of Wands. My whole body was just like, oh god. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of possessive energy when it comes to this connection. It was too much hard work, like, how sometimes relationships should be easy, and like you shouldn't have to work 24/7. Like, obviously there are times and places where people need to grow and change and compromise, or like communicate and have emotional labor be put into effect. That's fair in relationships, but it felt like with this relationship it was just too much work. I feel like on both ends too. Both ends, there's too much work, too much possessiveness, because it felt like, kind of like, no offense, but it kind of felt like something that you both were trying to maintain for appearances, and it didn't really feel authentic to you. Both of you just needed to move forward, and really just needed to move forward. At the time, you were both there to be each other's angels and guardian angels, and they want to thank you for that. They want to thank you for all the things that you've done for them and how you've been a moving force in their life, and they're never gonna forget the good memories. that you both had together. But it feels like both of you have to move on, and move on in a way that really reflects back inwardly to who you are and what you want out of life. Any messages from this person? Okay, I get no. That's the last messages from that person. So, because I don't want to move on to you until I'm like fully done with them. So I just want to say lastly on their behalf is that thank you so much for everything that you've done for the relationship. They love you very much and they hope the best for you in the future. This is a very amicable pile. This is a very diplomatic pile. This one's like, oh, okay, like I understand why we didn't work out and the reasons why it was too much, and we just kind of needed to move forward in our lives. So just know that like there's no bad blood between you two, and like there shouldn't be any like ill will or bad intention that comes from the ending of this relationship. It actually was meant to happen to move both of you forward, and to really propel both of you into the lives that you were meant to live. Okay, so these are messages from your soul for the closure. You have the Page of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So right now, for your soul, you might feel a little bit displeased when it comes to emotional endeavors, and you might feel more closed off when it comes to emotional endeavors, but just know that like there are going to be a lot of suitors. There are going to be people hitting you up. People are going to see your glow up. People are going to see the way that you now have so much time. Now that you're not working on this this ending in this past relationship, now that you have time for yourself, you're going to have this huge glow up. And you also have this huge financial glow up too, where you have the abundance to be able to take care of not only you, but your friends and family and those that need it. I'm also seeing like you might be someone who likes to donate too, so that might come into play around this season. But this just feels like there's scales coming into effect and a balancing of you really coming to your own again and having this time for you to like focus and concentrate on the endeavors that you want to, on the creativities that you want to, on your passion projects, on your on your babies, you know, like you might be like a literal mom or a little dad or a little parental figure and have now free time to focus on your kid because this relationship is no longer exhausting you to the point where it's too much, you know. Now you have so much energy and so much time to spend not only on you but on the people that you love and that you miss. But yeah, it feels like you're going to be a little bit more closed off to relationships, even though there are going to be suitors. It feels like your focus is just going to be on other things, and your soul's just kind of like, you know what? Good for you. You deserve it. You deserve this time for yourself, and you deserve the space for yourself. Yeah, but those are the closing messages from your soul. Yeah, just watch out for new suitors. You're gonna come into a time of real good abundance, and you're gonna be in a space where you can work hard and see the fruits of your labor grow, whether that be from like a career or academic or domestic point of view. Like let's say career-wise, you might get a promotion or advance to a new job with better pay. For academics, you might ace that test you really wanted, or get the grade that you wanted for your final or something like that. It's summertime though, but I don't know, but you might be watching this in a different time anyways. For domestic, you might have the house perfectly like clean the way you want it, or you might finish a home renovation project that you've been dying to complete for a while, you know, like things like that will be happening because of the fact that you don't have to put so much time and effort into this past relationship, and now that it's gone in your life, you have so much time for you again. And there's just like a really big I don't want to say like, I guess a big heads up for this new cycle for you, not only romantically with other people, but I'm also feeling like you're really romanticizing your own life and stepping into your own life again in a way that's just giving yourself so much love and so much soul and so much fuel for love and just for gratitude of life. You're gonna fall in love with life again. Yeah, I just know people are coming. So this romantic connection had to end, unfortunately, but it was meant to teach and show you two different aspects of what you need in a relationship. And when it comes to the lesson of possessiveness especially, it feels like both of you understand where it comes from within. And so you can move forward within your life now knowing that, and knowing that you've kind of completed that cycle. And now you can like rest in that and know that a new cycle will come about soon. Okay, last messages from your therapists. Okay. Ooh, you have the truth is you're far more capable than you feel. So you might feel because of the heartbreak right now you can't do anything, but just know that you can, and that your soul really urges you to, because they know how great you are, and your soul knows how vibrant and freeing you are now than before. Okay, and last one is feeling worried doesn't mean anything bad is going to happen. You're going to get through this fine. You always find a way. So yeah, if you're worried that this relationship ending kind of means like something bad's gonna happen, let's say that like you might feel like socially people might talk bad about you, just, or like this person might like not look at you the same or might hate you, just know that that's not happening, that people understand that romantic cycles end, and people understand that breakups happen, you know, like just know that your focus should be going inwards, and that the judgments of either the other person from this relationship or the surrounding community doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day you can try to please everyone and even this person, but if you're not happy, and if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't love yourself, then life doesn't really feel the same. It doesn't feel worth it sometimes, and you want to make it feel worth it. So that's why you're investing back in you, my darlings. And you're taking this time, your soul really wants you to take this time to know that new things are coming your way, and that if you work hard, you will see the fruits of your labor and be able to really like fall in love with you and your life again. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or evening whenever you're watching this. I'm sending you so much love, hugs, and kisses. I'm so proud of you, because this is not an easy thing. Going through heartbreak is not an easy thing, so just know that you're doing so well and you're taking care of yourself so well. Yeah, if you like this video, please like it. Always helps out the algorithmic deities out there to just put some more luck back into my favor and help me gain some traction, because yeah, I love doing this, and I love reading for you, so it would really help me know whether or not you like these readings. Comment down below if you feel like it, and subscribe if you feel like it. Yeah, until next time, take care, my love. Bye. Hey, pile 2, I hope you're doing well. If you chose this pink card, it says unhooking the past, but it's a little hard to see whenever I move because of the light. Anyways, if you chose that card, then this is your pile. So we're going to connect to your intuition in terms of this card, and just to confirm that this is your pile and that you're not wasting your time or anything. And then we're going to go into some messages to help give you closure on this connection. Some self-care messages, some messages from your person for closure, and some messages from your own soul for closure. And then just for some added fun bonus, we have some therapist cards just for fun. Anyways, okay, so let's get into the reading. Alright, so you got unhooking the past. There's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. So as of right now, what you're going through is a time where you're just really reflective upon the past. It's not like it's like it's no like real feelings towards it. There's no real like, you know, like I think you've gone past the stage of feeling the emotions, and you might be back in this stage of intellectualizing it. Yeah, because it feels like you might have intellectualized it at first, felt the emotions again, and now you're coming back to it, reflecting it, understanding how you feel, and then coming to the conclusion of, oh, it was meant to happen because I learned these lessons, you know? I learned a lot of things about myself and a lot of things about the other person, and now I know how to move forward in terms of taking care of myself and others, you know? And it feels like you kind of unhooked either a generational or a past life karmic, I don't want to say curse, but like that's the only thing coming to my head, like you know, like you've just kind of broken like a part of the past, whether that be generationally or ancestrally or whatnot. Like it just feels like you've ended a chapter and you no longer will allow certain behavior within relationships. Whether that be abuse of any kind, physical, financial, emotional, intellectual, you know, like there's just a feeling of you understanding that you were meant to go through this past relationship to learn that that wasn't okay, that treatment wasn't okay, and you can move forward, or treating others like that wasn't okay and you can move forward, you know? Whatever side of the relationship you ended up being on. Okay. Yeah, so if that sounds like you, then this is your reading. So messages for closure, we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. That's a really nice one to have. Yeah, so because you have such a very reflective and meditative and open energy into understanding the relation of the past, there's going to be new opportunities afforded to you. You know, and it feels like an everyday little thing, like, you know, like you'll like win roll up the rim if you play like this like coffee cup game in Canada, where I live, or like you'll find $5 on the ground, or like I don't know, you'll like be able to have an opportunity to hang out with someone you haven't seen for a long time, like I like little like, or like you'll get the last like piece of really delicious bread at the bakery, like stuff like that. Like it feels like little everyday things are gonna be just more enjoyable and a lot like more attainable now that you have such an open mind, now that you've like let go of the grieving stage and you're really into the reflective stage um of of closing this relationship from your energy, you know? Okay. So we're gonna get messages from your person. Just some last messages of closure from your pile two's person. Oh wow, okay, that was fast. Oh. I have King of Pentacles. So they might have been like a King of Pentacles. They might have been very financially like abundant. They might have been a provider. They might have like had the energy of stability, of calmness, of collectivity. It's just someone who really gave you this feeling of groundedness. Okay. Yeah, there was a real home that you two both built, and it was something that they did cherish and that they really did like enjoy, and like I felt at times that they might have either seen you take too much of the load, or they might have taken a lot of the load when it comes to this relationship. And they understand that that's why, like, it kind of had to, like, end, you know, it just kind of felt one-sided, a bit. Yeah. They've had a lot of time to think of it, and although they're not going to come back in your life, they do want to say they're sorry, and they do feel emotionally, like, they have been emotionally reflecting a lot upon like their actions and behaviors and their reactions and like the relationship itself, and like they want to say like they're sorry for anything on their behalf, and they're sorry for how it went down, and they've really taken the time to really soak that into their character, and it's made them a better person because of it, because of you. Anything else? This is the last message I'm getting from your person. And you have the Page of Swords, so in reverse, so it's like, just know that like although that this relationship is closed off and that there's no communication, sometimes they do think about it, and they do think about messaging you, and they do think about the good times, and they just sometimes feel like you might be mad at them still, and it's hard for them to like really reach out that way. Yeah, I just don't really feel like you're interested in talking to them anymore. But, yeah. They just sometimes also feel, that nudge. And, yeah. So they sometimes miss you, so they look upon this relationship fondly. But they understand why it needs to be closed off, why there's no communication, why, like, they're not going to contact you. It just doesn't feel like they won't, like, appropriate on their side, like, to reach out. Yeah, and it just feels like by the end of it, you two might have like felt like enemies. So they have a hard time like wanting to reach out, but just know that they still look upon this like relationship fondly, and know that they have reflected and understand why the pain happened on either end and why the relationship ended the way it did. They're sorry for their portion of it, and just know that like if you don't want any contact, like you got it. Everything's on your terms when it comes to this relationship from here on out, if you ever want to reach out to them again. Okay, so let's go for messages from Pile 2 Soul. So you have the Lovers, 7 of Cups in reverse. You have the 8 of Wands in reverse, and also the Ace of Swords in reverse. And then you also have the Hierophant. Oh my god. Okay, so it's funny because I'm trying to get messages from your soul, and I saw 1111, but this person's energy keeps coming up, and it's a little too heavy for me not to like say. So this person's probably also not reaching out, not only for the fact that like they think you might hate them, but like they might be with someone else and someone new. But it doesn't feel like this person is like, they're just, this person feels like a rebound to them, and it feels like they're just trying to get over you with this person. Yeah. And it kind of feels like they want the rewards of a relationship, and they want to be in the authority of control when it comes to a relationship without actually having to do any of the work. And so yeah, it makes it feel like this relationship that they're in right now is kind of easy for them, and honestly it's easy for them because they're emotionally just trying to get over you still. Yeah. Yeah, so if you listen to Glimpse of Us by Joji, just know that they come through in that song quite heavily. And they miss you a lot, and I'm guessing that they miss you a lot quite sexually, because I keep being drawn to the Lovers and certain body parts of the Lovers. So and the fact that we have an Ace of Swords in reverse, it just feels like there's a lot of sexual energy that they miss about you too. Alright, I don't want this reading to be too much about them, so we're gonna do any last messages from this person. Yeah, sometimes the Chariot in reverse, so like it's sometimes it feels like they've said they moved on, but they really haven't, and they're still really reflecting back on this, and they really like miss you. And yeah, it just feels like there's an instability in their life, and sometimes they want to reach out to you but they can't. Yeah, so those are messages from your person in terms of closure and the last things that they wanted, their soul wanted you to know. So know that they still have a lot of care and love for you, and they want to reach out, but like they know you probably hate them, so they're not going to reach out. All right, and I feel like it's for your protection. It's for your own good. Okay, so let's do messages from your soul. We're gonna do the oracle card. Ooh, you have look for fairies. Interesting. And I think that really ties into luck is on your side, because it feels like your soul wants to nudge you that these good luck things are coming into your life, not only because you are open to it and have really reflected and are in a state where you learn from this relationship, but the spiritual world and your spiritual team has also noticed, and they want to kind of give you those little like breadcrumbs, those little like nudges of, hey, we're here, we're looking out for you, we're so proud of you, keep going. Keep going. So yeah, so messages from pile number 2 soul for closure of this relationship. Messages for pile number 2 soul for closure of this relationship. So you have the Emperor and the High Priestess in reverse. So just know that when you're with this person just kind of like was a really domineering person, to the point where your own intuition and your own like magical abilities were stifled. I feel like they were someone who did not believe in spirituality, and even more so, they might have been someone who was like so ignorant that they might have even like mocked or make fun of or looked down upon those who did. So it felt like you might have been blocking your intuition because of their perception of what spirituality is and what it means to be faithful, you know? And so like your soul is kind of happy that you're like free from this, to be honest. Yeah. And there's just like a lot of talk spiritually in the community, in your spiritual teens community, like, hey, like, it's time for her to get a move on. And yeah, it's time for them, it's time for him. I don't know, very divine feminine energy coming in. Sorry for saying her. I am very inclusive to pronouns. Apologies if I offended you. Did not mean to. But yeah, know that you are in an era of being able to see fuckboys, fuckgirls for who they are, to see players for who they are, and not get into that game. Yeah, because baby, you the sun. You are someone who will be able to really just kind of have joy in your life, and you'll be able to really like connect back to yourself. There's just like this happiness of not having to deal with this or these people or this thing, like, you know, there's just like a freedom. You know, and there's just gonna be everyday little things, and like there's gonna be a satisfaction with life, you know, like it will be balanced though, so just know that those elated feelings of happiness will come times where you are crying in the bed, not able to really do anything, and like just know at those times like the ebbs and flows of your emotions are meant to happen, and they're meant to really let you release those parts. It's there so it doesn't get stuck in your body, and it's there for you to rest so that you don't have to really like hold it in anymore. And it feels like that this 9 of Swords energy is here to complement the sun, so that like for the good times that are coming, you'll be able to be present and aware and really bask in those moments, and that you'll be able to heal and release all the pain and suffering from the past whenever you need to. But it, like, I feel like that part of your life has ended or is ending. Like it feels like you have a lot more energy now. Like you're not really focused on this person, even mentally. So like it just feels like if you do have days like that, just know that they're there to give you rest, and know that they're there to give you stability and support, just so that the different bodies that you have within yourself can like flush it out. Like, you mentally might be done with it, you know? You mentally, I feel consciously too, you're done with this relationship. But like, it feels like the body might just need a couple more days to like get through it, you know? And so if your body's feeling fucking exhausted and you don't know why, because you're like, what? Just know that it is in due part because this relationship has taken a toll on you and your body, and that you need your rest, and that it's okay, and that it's for your own good. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end the reading with the therapist messages. You have, you will rise above the ashes. You will find a way to become whole again. Yes, 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 yes. It feels like because of this Emperor energy, it just felt like maybe like you were kind of dimming your light to be with this person. Like, you know how amazing you are, and you know how sometimes that can like make them treat you a little like worse because they're jealous of your attention, or they're jealous of your kindness or your characteristics, and they want to be that. Like, I've had partners like that, like, you know, like, and it felt like you dimmed yourself so much for them because you loved them and you didn't want to make them feel bad. But you know that the release of this relationship means that you can come back to you again, and you can finally enjoy yourself without having to feel like you have to make yourself smaller for someone, you know? Like, you don't have to like discredit yourself or make fun of yourself for them to like you, you know? You can kind of just love yourself again, truly, fully, and appreciate, like, and be proud of who you are and what you believe in and the activities you partake in. All right. Okay. Lastly, you have everything is scary and you feel vulnerable, but that doesn't mean anything is going to go wrong. Anxious feelings aren't usually indicative of reality. Yeah. So it feels like there might be like a fear of change, or like just, it kind of goes with these cards being like, oh, like you feel anxious and you don't know why. And just know that that's your body, that's your mind kind of processing and flushing out all the shit that happened in the relationship, you know? And it's the things, I'm also getting the message, don't bring your past traumas into a new relationship, you know? Like, give the people around you a chance to show them who they are before you come into conclusions because of this past hurt, because of this past like pain, you know? And sometimes people feel like they've healed and they come back to a point where like they're with someone and it comes up again, you know? And that's why this rest is so important, so that you can really like reflect and understand and release, so that doesn't happen, and that when you're with someone new, that you can be aware of it and understand it and know that like you can fix it other than have it damage new relationships. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope this helps. I hope this gave closure and comfort for you during this time, during this relationship. You have done so much and you've gone through so much and you've done such a great job at being you. Just know that your spiritual team and your soul just is so enamored by you and loves you so much and is so proud of everything you've gone through. Know that you're still releasing things. So even if you do feel and think you're okay and that you reflected and that the lessons are learned, just know that your body might be catching up, your mind might be catching up, and you might need some rest. Okay, yeah, so that's the reading for you. I really hope this helped. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please like, if you like this. It would really help the algorithm. Comment down below, subscribe, or watch any of my videos if you want to help this channel out. I love reading for you. Thank you so much for letting me do this. Really appreciate you and your beautiful soul. Take care. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, pile 3. I hope you're doing well. If you chose this green card, it says welcoming surrender on it. Yeah, so if you chose this card, then this is your pile. So right now, when it comes to your energy, we're just gonna tap into your intuition just to confirm that this is you, that you've tuned into the collective, that I'm reading for you, and that we can get going. So when it comes to welcoming surrender, there's a couple of things that I get from this. It feels like you have a welcoming to the fact that this connection exists, because this is a part 2 to my other video of past life connections. So in terms of this person and this relationship, you have surrendered the fact that this is a person that was meant to be in your life, and it feels like you have this connection where you recognize and can telepathically communicate, like whenever you have thoughts that kind of seem weird to you, or just like not of your own, or if you have conversations in your head with them, there's like this feeling that you're talking to them and that like they're thinking about you. And I'm just here to confirm that like some of those feelings are true. Some of them aren't, obviously, and it's hard to decipher, but like when you're trying to force it, or when it's just like not coming and you're trying to make it come, like then that makes like, then that doesn't like indicate that they're thinking of you. But like if you're doing something and you're in the like middle of something and you can't be bothered to think of someone and they pop up, then like that's how you gotta know that they're thinking of you, because it's just like, oh, like I don't, because it's unwanted, you know what I mean? Like it's like intrusive almost, and you're kind of surrendering to that, to those moments of intrusion, I guess. So yeah, if that sounds like you, then this is your reading. So the rest of the reading, we're going to go through some closure messages when it comes to this relationship. I have some oracle cards pulled out. We're also going to go through some messages from your person's soul, just for some closure messages there, and then from your soul, and then some self-care messages and some therapist messages. Okay. So the closure messages that you have in general are: have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. That's a really pretty card. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Feels like you might meet up on the astral world or in your dream state with this person quite heavily. Like you might see them in your dreams. They just like might come up a lot astrally, so you might be thinking of them, might be feeling their presence a lot. Again, and this can happen when you're at work or at school, or you're doing chores at home, or you're doing domestic work. Like it can happen at any time, but it happens during times where you're not expecting it, and so they pop up and you're just like, what? And so now you're just kind of in a state where you're like, oh, okay, like they're meant to be in my life in some way, like there's this connection that we have. And like it's weird because your closure messages are just like, yeah, like confirming to you, yeah, like this connection is happening. It's not just in your head. That's the main message I get from these cards. Okay, so let's go into your person's messages for you. Messages from pile 2's person when it comes to closure. I got the Queen of Cups in reverse. I got the Eight of Swords and also the Eight of Cups in reverse. So right now they feel really tied up. They don't feel emotionally like ready or willing. They're like someone who's like keeping themselves tied. They're unwilling to cooperate, to see their own feelings, to really feel their own feelings, to acknowledge how they're feeling. Yeah, this feels like a very avoidant person. So yeah, you might be dealing with an avoidant person, and that's why you probably are like in separation. It's because they're avoiding you quite heavily. Yeah, but there's just something that they know and you know that is a little bit more divine about this connection. It brings a lot of change, and there's a lot of communication that wants to that wants to come in, especially, but it's not gonna happen. Like, it's just like a want, you know what I mean? It's like a desire too, but like, it doesn't feel like they're actually gonna act upon it. Any other messages from pile 3's soul? Interesting. So we have the Chariot as well as the Three of Cups in reverse. I mean, not Three of Cups. Oh, did I say Three of Cups? Three of Swords in reverse. Apologize for saying cups. It doesn't feel like you're like the only person like involved. Yeah, okay, so like, even though you might have not been the only person involved, it feels like it wasn't another person that was involved. It was like more of like their own ambitions in life. Like, it didn't feel like they have the time. Like, they kept themselves a prisoner to this because like they were moving forward with something else in their life. They're moving forward with their ambitions and dreams. Can I clarify? Can you clarify the Lovers, pile 2's person? Pile 2's person, come in and clarify the Lovers. Oh, okay. So it feels like this person also had a new beginning with someone else, but like it wasn't as fruitful as they thought it was going to be. I'm getting that sometimes they might be posting about it, or like they might like have it on social media, but it's not all what it seems. Yeah. And it was just like this relationship doesn't really like, they don't really know what to do. They don't know what to do. It just kind of provides them with some ease and stability at this time. Yeah. It's just they feel like they don't have to really like work for it, and they feel like they just like can zone out and go like inwards and like have their time to think about things without being bothered by anyone. But is it for their own spiritual growth? No, not really. Not really. Okay, anyways, I want to get out of their energy, if I'm going to be honest. Let's get into your soul energy. You have 2 cards for self-care. So you have use your hands and movements. So I'm going to put them above here. So when it comes to your soul, when it comes to self-care habits at this time, if you feel upset or if you feel like there's intrusively too much going on in your head, get back into your body. That's what your soul wants you to know. Get back into your body. Get back into the state where like you can feel your body and be with your body again. Use your hands. Do tarot readings. Go make a clay vase. Play basketball. Go to the gym. Go running. Go do yoga. Take a walk. Actually, don't take a hike. Do something that's really stimulating though. Like go play video games. Like do something that really like gets you in your body and gets you in the moment, in the present. And so like that will help you really negate any of the intrusive thoughts coming, because you will literally force your mind to not interact with those intrusive thoughts and to just interact with what your body's doing. And it's doing something like meditation, like yoga, is going to be so helpful when it comes for you to control these intrusive thoughts and to control your presence. I feel like you're someone that lives in the mind a lot. Any other messages from pile 3's soul? I have 2 of Cups. There is a great love within you. Anything else from pile 3's soul? You're just gonna have some more financial security when it comes to like your time. You're gonna feel more secure about your finances because you'll be investing more in yourself, and you'll find reasons. Like you won't feel like financially, it feels like you'll have a growth mindset. And excuse me. So the collective is going through quite a bit right now. Your soul wants you to know that there are going to be days where you are just not going to be able to get out of your bed, and just know that like that's normal. It's like it's natural to feel this way. Sometimes you're gonna have days where those intrusive thoughts, no matter how hard you try, you can't get into your body. You can't go move. You can't go use your hands. You don't want to get out of bed. Period. And just know that like that's okay. Just let yourself do it. Don't feel guilty. Let yourself go through the motions. And if you need to stay in bed, then that is you listening to your body. That is you really just like taking time for your body to process it out and to have space to process it out and to release all that really clung and clogging emotions that intrusive thoughts can like create. So know that when you are resting, it's for your own good. It's for your own benefit. It is to balance things out. And it is a form of self-care for you, just so that you can like allow your body to release. So yeah, spend time in bed if you need to. Not all the time, obviously, but like just surrendering to being open to what your body needs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're going to the last little messages here. You can do the thing, as well as just do your best. It will be enough. So yeah, for you in this connection, my dear pile 3s, you're doing great already. Just being able to surrender and to acknowledge this connection as is, and just know that you can't really do anything right now when it comes to this, because it feels like this person is either too busy with work It could also be another relationship, but it feels heavily that they're too busy with like their own passion projects. And if it is with another person, that person isn't really like someone that is like for their spiritual growth, you know? It's not like it's not like it's like, you know, like it's not like it's not like a higher level soulmate. It's not like a twin flame. Like the person they're with is like more in the realm of like a karmic, more in the realm of like a relationship that's just kind of easy, like a rebound-ish energy. So that's why you feel them a lot, because like when things go wrong in that relationship, they'll think about you. So just do your best when it comes to this connection. Sorry, my cute little kitten. She's not a kitten. She's actually like 12, but Tinker's always going to be a cat to me. Yeah, she just wanted to say hi and join the reading. Hi, cutie. Yeah. Okay, so just know that that's it. You got this. Keep focusing on you, and whenever these intrusive thoughts come in, just know that you have just to surrender to your body. And much as you're surrendering to this connection, you're also surrendering to the care of yourself and the listening to your own needs. Yeah, you're doing great. Keep going. You got this. Yeah, closing messages are kind of strange because it feels like it doesn't feel like this one's over, but like just know that the separation is meant to be right now for you two. So just focus on you as best as you can at this time. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. If you like this video, please give it a like. It really helps me, and it really gives the algorithmic god some sacrificial what's it called, gift. Every like equals a sacrificial gift. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you like this video, please like it. Comment down below if you want. Subscribe if you want. And yeah, watch some more videos if you feel like it. I love you so, so much. Keep doing your thing. Keep being beautiful. Keep being amazing. This person, you live in their head rent-free, 100%. And know that you're doing so well by maintaining yourself. Okay. Love you so much. Bye. Hey, Pile 4. I hope you're doing good. If you chose the blue card, this is your reading. So you have unraveling codependency. It's really hard to see in the light. Apologies, but this card's going to show you whether or not this is your reading. So this is intuitively just something to connect to you and what you're going through right now. For this reading, we are connecting to you and your past life person and the relationship that you both had, and giving some closing messages. So we're going to do your intuition, and then we're going to do some closure messages, and then some closing messages from your person, from your soul, and self-care, and some animal messages for support. Okay, so let's get into it. So you have unraveling codependency, and only I have to feel good about my choices. So when it comes to what's going on with you right now, you're just getting out of a phase of unraveling codependency, obviously. So you are unraveling the fact that you don't necessarily need this other person in your life for you to operate and be yourself, you know? There's a feeling of liberation, 100%. Like, you are taking a time to really be in your own energy, and this really feels like North Node Aries, South Node Libra that's coming up. It's like, it's just like you no longer are seeking the attention of other people, nor like needing the validation of your partner in order to enjoy your life. Yeah, it feels like there's a really good control of self, and there's awareness that sure, at times you may need other people, but at other times you may not, and that it's okay for you to do the thing that you want to do, and you don't need to have this other person with you to do that. When it comes to this relationship especially, it felt like this one taught you like how to be with someone else but not codepend on it, to interdepend on them. Like it feels like you now know how to be independent while you're with them. And what does that really mean? That means like things like planning time together, or respecting each other's time. Things like parallel play, where you're in the same room but doing completely different things. You know, like there's just a lack of having to always be present and be with each other every single second. You know, like there's an allowance of being able to separate, and a healthy form of and a secure form of attachment that you are exhibiting in your relationships, especially the relationship with yourself, and especially with the relationship with this person. Okay, let's move into some closure messages when it comes to this relationship. The time for healing. Balsamic moon. If that's not synchronistic, obviously this is a time for healing. This is the intention for this reading, but this is especially a time for healing for you when it comes to this relationship that has just passed. This one really took a toll on you, and it right now is really like the calm after the storm. You know, like after the storm there's this really nice calm for you to really like enjoy yourself, and to really like relish in yourself, and to really like yeah, it just feels like this is a time for you to move your body and be with your body and heal your body. Especially we can leave a lot of trauma in there, and it's just a really big time for you to really recognize that the things in relationships can take a toll on you, and it's okay for you to take some time to take care of yourself now. Yeah. All right, so let's get into your person and any messages they have for you when it comes to the closure of this relationship. So messages for closure from pile 4's person. You have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Messages from pile 4's person. You have the 5 of Wands and then the 4 of Wands. You have the Queen of Wands as well. Yeah, okay, so it felt like this relationship was like way too fiery. There's way too passionate. There's just too much codependency. Like there's just like too tight, too much. Like it feels like this person, like both of you actually just needed some air to breathe. So like there's a lot of love here. And this is a card for twin flame energy. But like when it comes to twin flame energy, there's also the feelings of conflict. There's a lot of conflict that comes up, and other than using that conflict for the benefit of the relationship, it feels like the conflict that happened just kind of made it hard for everyone to communicate. And there's still a lot of love there, but they just felt like there's like your person just didn't feel like heard. They felt like they were fighting all the time. They felt like sometimes they couldn't even be passionate and fully express themselves. Yeah, so a big message is that they got a thing for you and they can't let go. Have you ever heard this song "Do for Love" by Snow Allegra? It's also called sorry, one sec, let me find it. It's also called "What You Won't Do for Love" by Bobby Caldwell, if you're more of an oldies person. But like, yeah, so it feels like this person, like, I'm trying to do closure messages, but like, it doesn't feel like this person's done with you or that they don't love you. They love you a lot. It's just like, I just felt like they couldn't be themselves and there was too much fighting when it came to this relationship. And that can happen with codependency quite a lot. Like, because you spend so much time together and so much, like, there's just so much expectations put on the relationship to make each other happy, and like that was a downfall of the relationship. It had nothing to do with you two. It was like how you two acted in the relationship. And now you both kind of realize, and now you both have a time to reflect and heal from all of that. No shame also, because like I've been through this. Like, me and my current partner had times where we had to go through this. We were young, we were in love, and we didn't know what relationships were. And even if you're not young, like being in love and being in a new relationship, having that puppy dog love is hard, because like you want to be there for that person and you want to like do everything for that person. And so it can get to the point where it's too much and you sacrifice too much of yourself, so it just gets too hard and no one's heard, and there's always this fighting, and it's just no one feels like they're their authentic self. So yeah. But no, they do care about you a lot. It's just like, the separation is needed right now. It's just so you can take some time to really come back into your own. And then one day, like once the emotional maturity rises up between both of you, they're gonna want to offer their love to you again. Like, it's like that's just what their soul really wants to say to you right now, is that like once the emotional maturity hits for both of you when it comes to this relationship, once the codependency leaves and you finally have time to heal from that, they want to try again and they want to see if this would work. Okay. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there's just something about like, it feels like you might have really liked to have the passionate side of fighting in the relationship for that heat, for that spice. But like, it feels like this person found it a little too spicy, you know? It's a little too spicy. And you know, disagreements are natural and fighting is natural in a relationship. But like, everyone has their version of what they accept and what they want and what they like. And a relationship takes two to tango. So, you know, limits are... and boundaries are great when they're communicated in a mature, non-manipulative way. Like, you know, the whole thing with Jonah Hill right now, like, it's so disgusting. Like, I don't know. I feel like, sure, like, he's putting his boundaries, but, like, those come in the guise of being controlling and under the guise of being insecure about their relationship, you know? So, anyways. when boundaries are communicated in healthy ways, I think it's important. I'm not trying to say that it was your fault that this relationship ended. No. Like, no. Like, it was also them. They had to also, like, be a part of this codependency for it to be codependent. It takes two to tango, right? So they also might have caused the fights, and you might have been really sick of it, and like, and they might have they also made you feel like you couldn't be your authentic self, and it felt like you were unheard, and you had to fight to be heard as well. Like, it works both ways, and right now you're in a state where you're just going inwards and really finding your emotional compass again. And same with them. Both of you two are just finding your emotional compasses, centering again, and recalibrating so that you have a better understanding of the resources that you can use. And by resources, I mean the emotional, secure ways in handling stressful moments, like breathing techniques, or journaling, or communication styles, and communication itself. You know, like, these are things that you both are working on because you recognize that the way it was happening in the relationship wasn't conducive or helpful to either of you two, and you both want to be better people. Okay, so let's get messages from your soul. You have spend time with friends, as well as nourish your temple. So when it comes to self-care, right now, at this time, your soul would love for you to spend time with your friends and to nourish your temple. Eat good foods that make you feel good, and spend time with some quality people that you love. And it's going to really help you reflect and feel good about yourself, and heal from all of this. All right, any other messages from pile number 4's soul for closure for this relationship? Any other messages for pile number 4? Yeah, so, like, you don't have to work hard when it comes to this. Like, it's just being able to really, like, go inwards and reflect upon your emotions, and, like, and this heartbreak, being able to really, like, take time and recognize why it happened for what it did. And, like, again, you don't have to work hard to make this connection happen. Like, it's just a time for you to reflect and maybe get some opinions around you, like, get some, like, people around you to really, like, help you stabilize and give you some better judgment, if I'm gonna be real. Because you might want to go back to this person, but it's not time yet. It's really not time. Right now, it's the time for you to spend with your friends, time for you to nourish yourself, time for you to keep yourself inwards, to keep yourself really close it off, keep yourself in a space of stability, of practicality. Don't use your heart in this one. Really use your head, use your stability when it comes to this connection you have with this person. I just saw 555, so, like, there's a lot of changes happening for you, but just know that, like, even though they might want to come back, and even though you might want them to come back, it's just not time yet. And, like, it's kind of like when you're gardening, if you prematurely cut something before it's, like, done, you can't really enjoy the fruits of your labor to the fullest extent. Like, if you, like, harvest a strawberry too soon, it's gonna be a little more sour than sweet. And that's kind of like this relationship. Like, if you were to be in this relationship too soon, like it would just happen again. The codependency would just happen again. So it's really time for you to take for yourself and know that they love you and care about you, and that this is a really special connection. Just know that like the separation right now is meant to be right now, just so both of you can mature and grow and level up. You know, like I'm getting Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. So Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis first met on That 70s Show, and they were each other's first kisses, right? But then they separated, and then they didn't meet each other again until years later. And even when they met years later, they weren't intending on having a significant relationship. It was just supposed to be for fun. But then they fell in love, and the rest is history, right? So it kind of feels like that can also be like the story, you know? Like, although you guys met and loved each other, like, this is the separation period. And it doesn't mean that's going to be forever. It just means, like, it's for both of your own goods. Like, Mila Kunis said that, like, oh, like, if we had gotten together earlier in our younger years, we wouldn't have gotten married. We were too different. We needed to mature. And that's the same with you two. You just both need to mature. And like learn about, and the thing is not to say that you're not mature. I definitely think you're a mature person, and your person is also probably a very mature person. It's just that when you're both together, a lot of childhood wounds can come out, and all this codependency can come out. So like it's hard for you to really be your true self and really like operate in a way that's good for you too, you know? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do 2 more cards, and then yeah, there's no need to be so hard on yourself. You're managing as best as you can. And that really feels like the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's just like you don't have to work hard for this. You're doing so good. Just keep going. And last card you have, hey, you matter. Thanks for existing. So yeah. Your soul wants you to know, thank you so much for just being here, being alive, doing your thing. You know, learning these lessons. It's not easy. But know that you're really growing and you're really changing for the best, and this time for healing is so good for you. Yeah, and you're gonna feel so proud because you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna be like, yeah, I did that all on my own. I matured, and I became this wonderful, beautiful human being. Not that, like, again, like it's also like I'm already this beautiful human being. I've matured and grown so much. Yeah, and it feels like that. It feels like, oh, I've matured and grown so much from this relationship. And this relationship has taught me so much, and what it means to love, and who I love, and how to be, and what I want, and how I want to exist moving forward. But yeah. You've kind of created a home within yourself to heal, and you should be proud. And so whenever you have those panging feelings of this person, just know that they miss you, they love you, and they can't wait to see you again. All right. Just don't get too delulu about it, all right? Don't like get too delusional in your fantasies when it comes to this person. Remember to hang out with some people that really keep you grounded, who really keep you like practical with your life. Just for like at least at this time when you're watching this. Okay. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like the video and send some gifts to the algorithmic gods. Please subscribe if you'd like. Comment down below. I always love reading the comments. Yeah. Take care. Love you lots, babe. Bye.